I actually had a workers' comp injury years ago before I met Tammy. And I had gone through treatment with a number of different doctors and chiropractors and physical therapists, et cetera, et cetera. My case was closed out. I was rated actually as that I was gonna have permanent disability. It wasn't very high. It was, a very small percentage, like 8% or something like that, permanent disability. And it was centered around my shoulder area. Then I moved to the East Bay. Someone introduced me to Tammy's work, and I came to see her because the folks that had seen me through the whole workers' compensation process, had said that I should probably never work in an office again because that was how I had had my original injury. And I wasn't really satisfied with that because that was kind of where my career path was taking me, was into the office world and, using computers and mousing and whatever. So somebody recommended Tammy to me, and the person who recommended was a friend of mine, and he felt that she might have some help for that, might have some solutions for that conundrum, because there I was staring down like the barrel of an office job and afraid that I wasn't going to be able to do that and that I was going to have to forgo this promotion that I had gotten. So I came to Tammy, and I've been doing the office job for 2 years now. We go through life, we have experiences, some of them go well, some of them don't go as well, and kind of all along the way we're inhabiting a body while that's happening. Just like things get stuck in kind of maybe how you act, things can get stuck in how your body acts or reacts also. And that's the connection between like the emotional body and the physical body, is how I understand it from doing this work with Tammy. Some people will meet a situation and will have, a very defensive reaction to, situation after situation after situation. And there's ways that defensive posturing shows up in the body, because when they meet situations, or when I met, this dissatisfaction day after day, or whatever my feelings were about the dissatisfaction, I can only imagine that my body may be slumped, or maybe my shoulders curved in, or maybe, I just felt like kind of the weight of the world on my shoulders. And in this way, that was, kind of not how I feel now about my life, where I feel a little bit more kind of open in through here and more like able to sit back and meet the world face to face. So I feel like that the emotional body is very hooked in with the physical body, and you can see that when you look at people's bodies. You can see that when you see how they come into situations. The intake with Tammy was very different than any time I've been with another doctor. She was interested in a lot of things that I was like, what? Like the calluses on my feet, and how basically how I've used my body throughout the years. Like how have I worn down my feet and where, which I thought that was really interesting, but something nobody's ever really done with me before. And there's just a lot. She's very, very thorough in that first intake, and truthfully, the callus thing is really what stuck out to me as being kind of very different than any other chiropractor even than I've seen. But it's just a lot of information that she takes in, kind of a lot of information about who you are, how you live your life, the habits that you have, the way that you use your body, where your chronic hurts are, where your chronic pains are, that kind of stuff. So it takes a little bit. It takes a little time, but it was a great experience. It made me ready to come back and excited about doing the work with her. She's just so like warm and friendly and open that during that intake, I just felt like immediately that it was going to be a good relationship.